His wife invited me to do his birthday party. She said, just do an impression of De Niro.
Because you were doing it at the time, right? This is when you were doing him on SNL.
No, I wasn't really, but I had done a mediocre one at SNL. She goes, just please come and do him 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then that's it. So I could do, but my ego and my dream of working with De Niro, Scorsese, all these guys got the better of me. And I wrote a 20-minute routine. She didn't ask for this. 20 minutes with just all these elaborate, like a true story about my friend that died, everything.
Wow.
It was the most embarrassing 20 minutes of comedy you've probably ever seen, but I don't know what came over me. And I went there.
Wait, was it actually bad? Like, what was it actually bad, or was it like?
It was.
Yeah.
Some of it was bad, and some of it was good. But the
setting, like the setting,
was a restaurant, a fancy restaurant, and night wasn't really falling. Halfway between night and day, not a good lighting.
It's the perfect hour.
Even with all of that, it wouldn't have gone well, no matter what. Right. I feel, but I turned it into a nightmare for them and for myself. And I always tell.
Wait,
the addition to the story is.
How did they bring you on? Did you have to announce yourself?
I didn't let. Here's the other thing. As a professional comedian, you'll appreciate this. She goes, I'll tell them you're coming up. No. I'll just go up on my own.
Wow, that is.
Doing comedy 25 years. I mean, what is wrong with
that? Sounds like fucking the balls of Joe Pistone to go downstairs in the basement for a meeting. He thinks they're on to him.
I literally go, excuse me, everybody. They're eating.
So it's Robert De Niro. Any of the big names were there? Like this is like. I
made jokes about them too. Chris Walken. I go, hey, Chris Walken's here. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be doing a cameo in an unwatchable independent film? And everyone's like, oh.
He's just, what were they having for dinner?
They're looking at me like this. I don't know. It's like a fancy restaurant. I go, Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
I go, Harvey Keitel, he already is looking at me with a sour look. I go, Harvey Keitel, make yourself at home. Take off your pants.
That, man, in the setting, just think of the hate that, like, Ricky Gervais gets from them.
Yes.
When they booked him, and the person's like 3 years running of like, oh, he's gonna be a real zinger, and they still are like, yeah. But this is unannounced. Who
unannounced? No.
Was Joe Pesci there?
No, Pesci and Scorsese weren't there. Thank God, because I kept my career with Scorsese alive. And
thank God.
But all these big producers, Irwin Winkler, like all these top producers are there, like big shots. And then I make fun of De Niro. I'm like, hey, De Niro, how'd you prepare for your movies? How'd you prepare for so-and-so? Did you look in the mirror and apologize to the audience? And it's like, hey. A few people start booing, And then I just wouldn't get off, I wouldn't get off. But anyway, here's how bad it was. It was so bad that 10 years later, when I figured, you know what, I told the story, it was bad, but it's 10 years. It wasn't like earth-shattering moment of their lives. They've been all over the world 15 times since then. They've been through 100 movies, 100 countries, experiences. Me and Jim Norton, De Niro and his wife were at the Comedy Cellar researching when he did that comedian movie, that abomination of a comedian movie.
Oh,
and
right.
So, and we were outside, and Jim goes, we're talking to them, having a few laughs, me and Jim and Bob and his wife. And then he goes, remember the time he bombed at your birthday party? And both of their faces clouded over with hate. And Jim will tell you.
Did they forgotten you until that happened? Like,
they probably just blocked it out of their minds just to be civil and, but he said it and they couldn't hide. I mean, this guy's one of our greatest actors and he couldn't hide the disgust and anger. And she was just like, it was obviously one of the pivotal ugly moments in their life.